Hi Flosstube, it's Deanna Jade here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time. This is my second video, and my channel is all about cross stitch. I am the 310 Stitcher here on YouTube and on Instagram as well. Go ahead and follow me there as well. Click the like and subscribe button if that's of interest to you and you find something that you like. I want to say, first of all, thank you so much to everyone who chose to spend some of their time with me on my first video, where I did a whip parade and introduced myself. I really appreciate all those who liked and subscribed and commented, gave me some of the info that I had been missing. I asked a couple of questions in that video, or just talked about things that sort of puzzled me, and some people replied, so thank you so much. And thank you also to those who shared their personal journeys with me in terms of chronic pain and that visual motor control center dysfunction. While I'm sorry that others are in pain as well, it was comforting to know that there are others that, I'm not alone. There are others that are also going through through a similar thing, and there is hope. Some of you shared that with me, and I really appreciate it. Today, I thought I would give an update of my whips, the whips that I've worked on in the past 3 weeks, I guess, since my first video, and also an update on or a review, I guess, of my Stitch North weekend, which was just this past weekend. The Stitch North retreat, if you're unaware, is a cross-stitching retreat held by Evertote, the ladies and gents at Evertote. And hi Caroline, and Helen and Dan and everyone else over at Evertote, and also by Carrie of the Roxy Floss Co. Hi Carrie. So I met both of those ladies, really wonderful to speak with, and it was really great meeting you. I met so many wonderful people at Stitch North. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll leave that till the end, along with the haul, the crazy haul from the weekend as well. And I thought I would start with my whips. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was that I actually missed a few whips in my whip parade. So I'm not going to bother bringing them out, or I'll bring them out, some of them, because I actually did work on them. But I'll show them as I work on them, and in 6 months when I do my new whip parade, you can see them there. There weren't many, I think about 3 or 4 that I was missing, and I also have a new start, so I will show those things, and then I'll talk about the whips that I brought to Stitch North with me, and perhaps if there's time, then also the new whip that I'm going to be starting soon. So we're 3.5 minutes in. Let's get started. I'm gonna look down because I have some notes to keep me on track. Okay, so yeah, it was so funny. The whips I didn't show on my last Flosstube in my whip parade were 3 of my largest whips. I have the Birds, Butterflies, and Blooms World Map by Amy Stewart, charted by Haid. I have Deanna and Cupid, which is a fine art piece by Bottoni. I have the Slytherin House Crest, which I will show it. I'm not going to show it today because I didn't work on it. And I have a couple of printed patterns as well, which you'll see one that I brought with me from to Stitch North. Okay, so since I last saw you, the projects I have worked on are, okay, let's just go here. Maxine. I'll see if I can put a picture in here. It's by Hannah Disney and it is charted by Haid. This was great because it was just a bunch of block stitching. And in this, I put 1,623 stitches in this, which brought me to 1.8%. There are about 127,000 stitches in this whole thing. So not that far along, but also pretty good, I think. All right. That was the first one. The second one that I worked on was my sunset in Venice. And again, I'll put a picture in here. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen this. But I actually reached the other end. So the last time I saw you, we were about here. And I had thought that, actually, sorry, you were about here. And I only had a couple more grids set up, and I thought that was the end of the piece. It was not. This is the end of the piece. So I'm so excited that I got through that. I didn't tell you what this is. This is Sunset in Venice by Dominic Davidson and charted by Haid. I put in this project, I put in 3,120 stitches, which brings me to 15% of the 301,000 or so stitches. So I'm pretty pleased. I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm going to move the frame and go back to the left-hand side, I think, and then work my way in. Okay. This behemoth, which I have in a pillowcase, is one of my biggest projects, and this is one of the ones that I neglected to show the last time. This is Birds, Butterflies, and Blooms by Amy Stewart. So I'm not very far in that, but I think I'm going to work on this today a little bit. So I'm about 900 stitches in there. I don't know what the percentage is because I didn't look it up. That is going to be, I don't have any expectations for a finish date for that, really, for any of them other than my Home Sweet Home, which you'll see coming up here. Okay. Another project which I forgot to show you the last time and which I did work on is Diana and Cupid by Bottoni. I will put a picture in here. Hopefully that'll become the screenshot. I love this picture, love this picture. Let me just see how much I put in here. 2,635, which brings me to 1% of this project, which has about 610,000 stitches. So I'm almost done a whole page. Actually, the first page, the top row of pages is actually cut off. And then I'm working on the second page down below. Slowly converting this. I had this done as cross country. So I've been working on that. Once I get this, the rest of this completed, I think I'll go back to my quasi royal rose. But I love this. I love this piece. When I saw that picture, I couldn't resist. I really like the fine art pieces. Okay, next. That is just floss. Okay, my Home Sweet Home piece. I'm going to put a picture of what this will look like when it's finished here. And I'll put a picture of what it looked like the last time here. If I can. And on this piece, I'm so excited. So the last time I saw you, it was about here. And so I've completed all of that. I have put in 7,000, just shy of 7,500 stitches, and I'm now at 13.2%. And like I said, I reached the other side as well. So I'm so excited about this. I've decided that what I'm going to do, so I did all of this. I did the bulk of this black stitching. It was just 310 at Stitch North because it was great. I didn't have to focus, and I didn't have to do any counting or anything. It was just fill in. So before we went, I just did, I basically outlined that area. So that's great. So what this is the corner of the room, which is very dark, and then this is the wall at 90 degrees. So I'm going to finish all of that, and then I'll come back here and start on, I'll probably finish this Home Sweet Home. I want to get that, and then I'll go across again. So that's exciting. I did work on that one at Stitch North as well. Okay, this one here is the Pompeii Lady. This is artwork by John Godward, and it's a mini charted by Hayde. And there she is there. And here's where we are now. I put in almost 1,100 stitches, and I am at 2.1% of this stitch, which has about 105,000. So I've put in just this section down here. And it's great. This is great because this is the entire width of the piece. So I do have some more fabric here, as you can see, is rolled up, but that's the entire width, which is great. So I can just go all the way across and then work my way down. All right. If you could see this huge mess that's around me. Oh my God. All right. This was my new start. And I did a picture of it, actually. Here we go. And it is called Tiger in Bamboo. I love this picture. So this was a new start on May 1st. Yes, May 1st. I talked about last time, well, there we are there. We've got about 1,000 stitches. Yeah, exactly 1,000 stitches, which brings me to 0.6% of this piece. I talked about last time how my plans are for the rest of this year is to do a new start every 2 weeks. So I'll work on them on the 1st and on the 16th. Because I have a huge list of projects that I would like to work on. But if I keep waiting until I have a full coverage done, then I'm going to be waiting forever. And really for me, it's about the process, not so much the end product. So looking forward to continuing to work on that one. Okay, so this is the Grand Library. Wrangle all the threads here. This is where I am here. I'll put a picture in of what it's supposed to look like. This I put in 1,561 stitches, which brought me to 1%. So the majority of this I filled in a little bit here, and I've started to fill in here. This is kind of how I wrangle them. I just sort of do a slip knot, a very loose slip knot, and that just keeps them wrangled a couple of columns at a time. So yeah, okay. And so it's at Stitch North. I worked on one of my pre-printed kits. Again, it was something that I brought that I could work on when I have a migraine, because I don't. Sorry for the crinkling. The colors are on there, so it's super easy. It's on 14 count. I haven't been telling you the counts. Ugh. I'll get it right one of these days. The Grand Library is on 22 count. My Deanna and Cupid is on 28 count. The Veil of Death is on 28 count, which I didn't bring here, and I did work on. That's okay. So this is Super Mario, and I did quite a bit on him. Yes, I know this is probably stolen artwork. As I mentioned the last time, I didn't know that. You don't know what you don't know sometimes. And when I first started to cross stitch about a year ago, I had no idea. I just knew that I needed something that I could do with to keep me occupied, that I could do while I have a migraine, rather than just keep my eyes shut all day or stare at the walls. And so I bought a whole lot of these things before I knew better. I'm still going to work on them. I paid for them, and I will work on them. I will not talk about where I got them, because I certainly don't want to send any more traffic their way. But anyways, I did quite a lot on him since, actually, you didn't even see him last time, so I'm not going to bother talking about it, but I did quite a bit at Stitch North, in his shoes and in his body. All of what's showing is up as yellow is all white, and if you see the floss, there's an awful lot of white in there. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to do all of that. I may not. Kind of don't see the point when the fabric is white, Ada. So I may just leave things there, but anyway, I put in about 4,534 stitches into that piece. I have no idea what the percentage is, because with it being pre-printed, I don't keep track perfectly. So okay, and the final project I worked on, I'm gonna have to grab over here. This is my Veil of Death. So the last time you saw this, I was just in here, I think. Maybe a little bit farther. Oh yeah, definitely farther. I was down here. Because I've only put in 800 stitches, 798, and I am at 0.8% of this project, which has 391,000 stitches in it. So a long way to go there, which is fine. And that one is being done on 25 count khaki Ada. So yeah, I'm trying to do projects on fabric that I already own wherever possible. And I had that piece, it worked perfectly. Actually, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's not, you know, my Sunset in Venice piece of Even Weave is amazing. I love it, and this is nothing like it. but that's okay. Okay, 2 more projects that I completely forgot about. One, and that I did work on at Stitch North. So this one is the Tarot Cell. That's upside down. So it's the Tarot Majors. I put about 850 stitches in this, mostly in this card and this card here. It's not a ton. I couldn't focus on this one. I would have loved to have had at least a full card complete, but my brain wasn't working. I was suffering over the weekend, and I had to put it away. Okay, and then the last one that I worked on at Stitch North was Dragons of the Sabbat. I'll put a picture in here. And I have the whole thing outlined. And at the retreat, so I did that prior to going to the retreat. And then at the retreat, I filled in a lot of this in here and all of this here. So about 3,500 stitches is what I put in since the last time I saw you. I made a big boo-boo over here. Doesn't quite meet up, almost does. So we'll see. I might fetch that. Oh, also something I wanted to show, which I was in that bag and I forgot, but one of my table mates, Joanne, hi Joanne, gave us each at the table, not that, but a pair of scissors with a little Stitch North 2023 scissor fob. This is the Evertote workshop, apparently. Anyways, this is so cute. I like such teeny tiny stitching. It's awesome. Thank you so much, Joanne, for that. So it turns out with the ones that I forgot to mention the last time, like I said, there are a few other projects, but that's okay. It turns out I have a total of 37 whips. So I never, I had no idea how many I had. So I currently have 37 and I have more started. I am planning to start one on the 16th. Today is the 12th, so I have it a few days. And in the meantime, I'm going to try to work as much as I can on my Home Sweet Home. Yeah, so 37 whips. I wouldn't mind getting to 60 by my 60, which thankfully is many years away. But I probably will have 60 by the end of the year, or at least sometime next year. Okay, so that was all of my whips that I worked on. I did quite a bit. And in the month of April, oops, sorry. Sorry about that. In the month of April, I did more stitching than I have by a huge margin. I did 37,483 stitches in April. That's 50% higher than in previous months. I don't know what was going on. There's only one day that I did not cross stitch. I usually, I'll go anywhere from 100 to 2,500 stitches in a day. It really depends on how much, insomnia and pain levels and all that kind of stuff and other things that are happening. Okay, so let's talk about stitch. Oh, before I do that, I wanted to show one of my finishes. I did this needle book before I went to Stitch North. Needles and pins. This is a free pattern by the Steady Thread. So if you are on their Facebook, you'll have to answer a couple questions to join. Go on their Facebook. This is a free pattern in their files section. So I did this on 16 count linen. I put a really nice fabric on the inside, and I have my different needles. There's my 26. I tend to use those most. My 28, 24, 22. Just some random pins. And my snag nabbit. And something else is going to go here as well. But anyway, this can also be used as a thread bed because I used felt, so I put a little tiny pocket over here, which I keep my scissor sharpener in. Anyways, I thought that was super cute. Check out the Steady Thread. I love them. All right, let's talk about Stitch North. So, oh my God, grab a drink. There's so much haul here. I'm gonna take a sip. Okay, we were spoiled. We were spoiled. Everyone was so freaking generous. It was so fun. If you ever get this was my first one, like I said, if you ever get a chance to go to a retreat, I would recommend it. I went by myself. I didn't know anyone. And I met so many lovely ladies. And to mention people, I'll mention a few people, but it's, just a tiny fraction of everyone I've met. So Lisa from Lost in Stitches, we were table mates. Lisa, it was so lovely to meet you and spend time with you. It was a ton of fun, and I really appreciated your generosity and kindness and encouragement. If you haven't checked out Lisa, like I said, she's Lost in Stitches here on YouTube and on Instagram. She may be Lost in Stitches Lisa on Instagram. Do check her out. I'll link her down below. She has about 9 episodes out, and she's just a wonderful, wonderful person. I can't say enough. I met Michelle Bendy Stitches, and I did my best to not fangirl, but she's a lot of fun as well. I met Michelle and her friend Jackie. We bonded over tarot as well, which was fantastic. And all the vendors who were there as well, just everyone was just such a wonderful, everyone was just so happy and excited to be sharing their hobbies, and it was so lovely. So let's talk about the grab bag because we were spoiled. I'll show this first. This is the by Evertote, and it is the Stitch North. There we are. Needle minder. I love this needle minder. Oh my gosh, we were so spoiled. We have a needle minder by Rocky Mountain Needle Minders. Karen was there, and oh, she was just, her stuff is amazing. Honestly, her stuff is amazing. So she'll come up again in haul. We got some free patterns. So a bird and flowers. Throw Wide the Windows by Shakespeare's Peddler. I was having trouble reading that there. Sorry for the glare, but that's really nice. I like that. Maximum Cross Stitch gave us this Canada A along with the Roxy Floss to go with it. So at some point to me do that. And then Celtic Flamingo gave us the Celtic. This was from Textured Treasures. Might be this one. So that was by Textured Treasures, who was a vendor. All right, next. There was a freebie table for patterns, and oh my gosh, people are so generous. I got a couple patterns, 3 patterns actually. So one is by Tilting Crafts, lions, and I love my lions. Love. And I'm a Leo too. Anyways, I don't know when I'm going to start that, but I adore it. From X Schoolfield. This was from one of my table mates. He's so cute. From the table, the freebie table, I saw this Bittersweet and Polka Dot Tea, and this is a punch needle kit. So there's a whole bunch of these. Actually, I think there's a page that shows all 4. Yeah. So all 5 of these patterns are in here. And here we go. So I picked this up because I have punch needle fabric, or the fiddler's cloth that it calls for, and I have a punch needle which I purchased, but I haven't tried it out yet. Someone recommended it to me because it's much larger than cross stitch, so again, something that's easier for my eyes, and supposedly is quite fun. So I'm really looking forward to trying that. I didn't have a pattern yet to go with it, so I'm super excited by those. I think those will be a lot of fun. Okay, speaking of Lisa Lost in Stitches, she made us at the table this beautiful small project bag. Beautiful fabric inside, along with a pattern pattern booklet with a beautiful saying, a pen, some lace ribbon, and a scissor fob. Stitch North. And I did not have any scissor fobs before this, so that is awesome. Oh my goodness, so many things. I have one more thing that was given to me, and well, lots of little tiny things. People had more needle minders. What else? Oh, I forgot this actually. This was from Brennan Nettle, one of the vendors. This was also in the grab bag. The pattern for this, along with the fabric, needle, and beautiful thread, also by Brennan Nettle. That's gonna have to be a start soon, I think, because it is so cute. So cute. That might go in the mini project bag that we got from Lisa. This one, I think. All right. Let me reach over here. There were so many things, guys. More needle minders, some buttons in a 2023, a little frogget, and a little, another little needle minder. And then one of the vendors, I Can Sew Make That, also gave us a an Ort container. She had some beautiful, beautiful stuff. Why is that not focusing? I'm sorry that's not focusing, guys. Peeps. But one more thing. On day 2. So Evertote did a we were given, with our grab bags, we were given a number, and they did door prizes they did about 10 every day, and I won something on day 2, final prize of day 2, which I think is the grand prize of the entire thing myself. There were lots of great prizes, but this one just blew me away, and I was so emotional. I still am when I think about this. But I got the full collection of Roxy Flosstube. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I'm so excited. I've only used it once, and I loved it. And now I guess I'm gonna have to start some smalls. I have one skein of everything they have, all of their, or one skein of their entire collection. So excited. Thank you so much, Carrie. That was the most generous gift. And I appreciate it so much. All right. I also bought a few things. I think I bought something from every vendor, or nearly every vendor. I'm not going to show everything, just some of the stuff. So from Textured Treasures, I purchased these cute little scissors. You know, the ones that have the cover that doesn't come off. that's for one of my project bags. And I also purchased this. Since I'm starting beading with my fancy ladies, I got one of these sticky MacTac things so I can do beading. So it looks like a little card case, but with the sticky stuff. Because when I started doing the beading on the Italian lady, let me tell you, beads were going everywhere. Everywhere. All right. I bought some patterns. So I bought two from Tiny Modernist, who was one of the vendors there. This one is Stitch Goddess. And Lisa Lost in Stitches got this pattern as well. We may do a start along at some point. Notice I say start along. This would be I don't have plans to start this just yet because I can't handle this just yet. I will use my Roxy Flossco flosses with this, and in order to use them I won't be able to grid, so I need to wait until my head-eye vision has corrected a little bit more. And this is the second one. It's called Irish Blessing, right? Irish Blessing. Yeah, an Irish Blessing. I thought the saying is beautiful, but I really like the border. So that's from Tiny Modernist. From Roxy Flossco, I got some variegated floss. It's beautiful blue, variegated. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I had to buy it. And I bought some 28 count, a quarter yard, 28 count, one of a kind linen. All right. Okay, from Rocky Mountain Needleworks. So excited about these. If I could get them out. Look at the beautiful baggie. All right. So, Yoda, because Yoda. Beautiful dragon. Hopefully that's in focus. This gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous hummingbird. So those are all needle minders. And a marking pin, which you can use for counting. I did not have one of these before. Sparkly. All right, my stuff's just gonna fall everywhere. Okay. From I'm blanking on her name. One of the vendors. Got a small bee project bag. I am blanking on her name. I think it was Anna Cortado's booth, but I could be wrong. From another vendor, Sheba Designs, I got my first project bag, or larger project bag, I guess. Look at that. I could not resist this fabric. Let's see the inside. The inside is light, which is great. And along with that, I got the matching spread bed. Man. Yep, so that was Sheba Designs. Okay, one more thing to show you. Kaylee 10 Stitch was there. So she has the sewing shop online, and I pre-ordered some stuff from her, but I also bought at her booth. This is what I got at her booth. I got a beautiful project bag. Look at the back. Right? A little lotions pouch attached to it. How can I not? This was gorgeous. And I really like that it's deep, because it'll fit my Q-snaps. I may put my world map in there because it's my, like right now it's in a pillowcase. Okay, so I pre-ordered some stuff from her. I got a beautiful card from her with a note. I picked up some beading needles from her. Since I'm going to start doing beading. And all right, so let's see here. Picked up this piece. Trying to find the 28 count Lugana, Queen of the Night. It is gorgeous, and I am debating doing Lady Justice, the Mirabilia, on that piece of purple fabric. We'll see. Then 28 count opalescent Lugana in the colorway Glacier. Look at this. Let's see here. It's not showing up really well. It is a beautiful, beautiful opalescent. Oh, it's gorgeous. I don't know what I'm putting on that. That's a pretty big piece. That's a pretty big piece. 25 by 35. Yeah. So I'm not sure what I'm going to put on that one. But I will figure it out. And then another piece of opalescent. This is Ada, called Creme de Cassis. Beautiful. So this is 14 count. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on this one either, but I will figure it out. And then I also got from her a full yard, 1 yard of Easy Guide, 28 count, for another Haid or two. So that's it. If you're still here, thank you so much. I promise future ones won't be this long. It's just I still had a lot of stuff to hang to show today, between all the haul and my progress and Stitch North updates. Yeah, it was great. So I arrived on Thursday night, and there were the lobby of the hotel was completely full. We were all sitting in there stitching away and meeting people for the first time. It was wonderful. Friday morning, the event started, and again, the first half of the day at least was just, there was so much energy bombing around, with meeting people and seeing what people were starting to stitch on, and all the vendors, the shopping. Oh my goodness. I don't think anyone really settled down to stitch until late afternoon, at least. We had a pizza party on Friday night, so that was fun. Saturday, we all came down again into the big ballroom there, and we're stitching. And this time there was a lot of people milling around and going up to tables and people and seeing what are you stitching on, and there's just so much inspiration. It's unbelievable. We had everybody stitching on little itty bitty things on 56 count to stitching on 14 count or 10 count even. I saw one person. So it was great. It was full coverage. There were samplers. There was every possible combination in between. It was just beautiful, and everyone was so lovely, so kind. Like, normally if people start, looking over your neck and breathing over your neck, people would freak out. I would. But in this type of event, it was expected and no one was upset, and everybody was so happy to show off their progress. So that was awesome. And Sunday was the same. We just stitched our little hearts away until lunchtime and did some more shopping, and then packed up and went home. I want to thank all my table mates. They were just lovely. Joanna, it was so lovely to meet you. Jean, Leanne, Kelly, Lisa, you were all absolutely wonderful. And you really helped to make this a fantastic experience for me. So thank you so much. And I'm sure I've forgotten things, but for now, thanks again, especially if you've made it this far. And please do like and subscribe if you saw something that you liked. And if not, then please tell me as well. If there's any feedback, I would appreciate it all, as long as it's kind. And we'll see you in, I'm not sure, either next week or in 2 weeks. We'll see. It depends on, I think maybe if I do every week, the videos will be shorter because I won't have as much to show. So we'll see how it goes. I would like to keep these around half an hour if possible. So anyway, have a wonderful day. Enjoy your stitching. Enjoy the great outdoors. Bye.